Something that's common in chemistry and many other science courses is a need to do some sort of unit conversions or dimensional analysis or changing units, whatever you'd like to call it. When you're just starting out with this, I actually like to think about money because it's usually some sort of currency that you're familiar with. So in the US, we can talk about things like that there are 4 quarters for every dollar. So I can write this sentence, 4 quarters for every $1. I could also make this a ratio. So with a ratio, I could just use this colon. Now, in addition to this ratio being identical to this 4 quarters for every dollar, I could also represent this as a fraction if I wanted to. So I could simply put my dollar over my 4 quarters, or I could do it the other way around, that there's 4 quarters in a dollar. So you'll notice that these are all different ways to represent it, but we're all trying to say the same thing. There's 4 quarters for every dollar you have 4 quarters. It goes back and forth, it's a ratio. So it doesn't actually matter which way you say it, it's the same idea no matter what. So if we had something like 75 quarters, and I wanted to know how much money that actually was in dollars, what I could do is I could use my ratios. So I'm going to start with my given. So this number they gave me is my given. And then what I want to do is, since I want to convert units, I want to be able to have whatever my given unit is down here on the bottom. So I want my given unit to cancel out. So I want my quarters down here. So the goal is to cancel the given unit. The other goal I have is to end in dollars. So if at all possible, I'd really like dollars to be here on the top. Because what's going to happen with this setup is anything that's on the bottom, I'm going to divide. And anything that's on the top, I'm going to multiply. So divide by everything on the bottom, multiply by everything on the top. So now I'm going to use one of my ratios, but you'll notice that I already have my units set up. The goal is to cancel the quarters and wind up with dollars. So I'm going to put the quarters on the bottom, so that's where my 4 goes, and 1 on the top. So then from there, I can plug this into my calculator or do a little bit of mental math and wind up with $18.75.